And the answer is, by the way, nothing. Because I heard someone once say, you can't talk yourself out of dumped. There's a girl that I was in love with, lady I was in love with. I wrote a song about her once. And Cincinnati woman. She's from, I met her in Cincinnati. Goes, oh yeah, Cincinnati woman. Oh yeah, Cincinnati woman. Cincinnati woman got a hold on me. Cincinnati woman got a hold on me. This is Antinous. If you ever read the Odyssey, Odysseus, that's a arrow from Odysseus. Because this dude was putting the moves. he was putting the moves on Penelope. Don't do that, man. And there's Penelope. Yeah, you don't mess with another man's woman, you know, especially if he's like Odysseus. This one's kind of small. It's on pink Tefl message pad paper. But this one says a lot, so I wanted to show it to you. It says, the art world would like me to become a whore. Because, you know, it's on pink Tefl message pad paper for one, so it's not archival. The art world demands that all artworks be made on archival paper, because the purpose of art is for it to go into a gallery so it will sell to rich people. This is a lime green Tefl message pad paper. You know, I don't want people to think that I'm, you know, solely driven by pink Tefl message pad paper. This one is called New World Order Tyrannosaurus. It was done on 3/8/1995 AD. Just did this one in Biloxi, Mississippi. It's called Mrs. Baird. And if you'll notice, it's well, it's a Sharpie. I drew her with a Sharpie on it on a blank index card, and colored her in with crayons. She kind of looks like Mrs. Jetson, Jane Jetson, like the hair, you know, maybe not the face, the expression, but the hair. And I tried to find the color most like that, and George has the same color as Jane. I think I'm gonna do blank index cards now. You know, a lot of my stuff earlier, you know, like the lined loose leaf paper, I needed to do that to kind of that rebelliousness, you know, like this painting, you know, Tom Melinda. You know, see, it's red and yellow with because we're on the blues, you know, like the St. Louis Blues. But we played, you know, out of Sterling Heights, Michigan. Some people have a problem with the lines, you know, and I don't know. I'm tired, you know. It's not like I'm tired of fighting, but it's like, you know, I'm just gonna do it on blank index cards. I've emailed bands and stuff. Hey, why don't you use one of my works of art on your album cover, you know? But some bands think that, you know, showing like dead roadkill or something on the side of the road is like better than showing a work of art, you know. I mean, like, look at Mrs. Baird here. You know, you could even crop it so it's a perfect square, and it'd be like a good album cover. Okay. Now it's framed. Mrs. Baird. She's alive. You know, in art, she exists eternally. Even after the sun burns out, you know, and Earth is consumed by the solar flames. You know, the memory of Mrs. Baird, and indeed of the entire Earth, will still exist somehow. I bought some gold watercolor, and I had a series where I did you know, some religious paintings, just to explore that, you know, whole, just for me to get involved in that genre. I wanted to do some. I remember I had a slideshow one time and somebody right ahead of me told me I was ODing on Catholicism. Well, here's another one of from the religious theme period. It's just called Cross, 1991. That's like my abstract kind of religious painting. That's the Archangel Michael. See, he's named after me. Or I'm named after him. This one's just called simply Jesus. This is probably the best Satan ever did on loose leaf paper. It's just called Satan. I think he makes him look more diabolical when you have like the two different color eyes. Dead Jesus. Well, this one's called Satan Looking Up Mary's Dress. So you can notice that Satan is underneath Mary, looking up her dress. And this one's called Satan Trying to Stop the Ascent of Jesus. You see, Jesus isn't very happy. The melting flag. That's on my website. I painted that on an easel, and I made the paint drip. I kept adding paint to the top because it was on an easel, so it would drip down, you know. And I kept doing that. I did add the purple though, because it was too hard to get the blue and the red to blend together to drip down, so I kind of facilitated that. Under a purple sky and a jaundiced, bloody sun. That's done in Lansing when I was going to law school. See, when I was in law school, I just read the cases once. Some people were reading them like, you know, multiple times, and they'd make outlines. I never outlined my stuff. And then some people would outline their outlines. And some people would, and this, I'm not making this up, they would outline the outline of the outline, you know. And they'd get better grades, and they went on to work at law firms, and, you know, I went on to work at Arby's. I had a couple cases. This one's called Fresh and Happy Snowman. I did this in law school, back when I should have been reading, you know, Marbury versus Madison for like the 87th time. A dopey lawyer, champion of the people. There's like a colon, that's why I had to pause. I met President Bush, right? I ran for state rep, and in Oregon, and I you know, I was pro. I mentioned that I was pro-choice Republican, you know, and pro hemp, and I mentioned how, you know, I told people how my dad harvested hemp during World War II, you know. He was in high school in Henderson, Kentucky, and someone from the Army came and asked all the boys in his classroom, high school classroom, you guys want to help your country? Hello, I'm Mike Wrathell. I'm running for state representative in District 48. I won the Republican primary, but I'm pretty open-minded. I'm pro-choice, although I believe in waiting periods, 48 hours. I'm pro-union. Well, originally I'm from Detroit. I was high honors in my high school, Sterling Heights High School in the suburbs of Detroit. Went to University of Michigan. I started out as a political science major, ended up getting into art and literature. I am an artist and a writer. And then I went to law school in 1988, in Cooley Law School in Lansing, Michigan. I interned for a state representative while I was up there. As an artist, a writer, as someone who's trying to find answers, I think I'm the most, you know, the candidate who has the most desire to really find solutions to problems. And I hope you vote for me. And remember, even if you're a Democrat, I do have the endorsement of Mick Wagner, who finished second place in the Democratic primary. Thank you. Here, I got a bunch of devils here, you know, for, you know, if you devil worshippers out there, you can look at them. But I'm not a devil worshipper myself. I don't like, you know, evil. I think good is better than evil. Personally, I prefer good. I don't know. you know, orange-eyed devil. It's one of my best devils, I think. Polyphemian devil, because Polyphemus was the name of the Cyclops with one eye in the Odyssey. I think when you make them smile, they look more evil, you know. That's green devil. This is called the toothy devil, and this is a sad angel. I like drawing angels too.
I'm gonna get real close up on this, Mike.
That's called George Washington-eyed devil. And if you notice George Washington's eyes in the dollar bill, his pupils are way up, like that.
What response have you gotten to this?
Well, see, I showed this to this one gallery dude on West Broadway in Soho. And West Broadway is like the real hoity-toity street of Soho. So I really didn't expect any great reaction. And he said it was clever. He said,
yeah,
that's very clever.
That's what they call damning by faint praise.
And I was telling Roy,
I think it's beautiful. Look at that. No one would do something like that.
I know.
No one would do that.
No one,
except
no one.
Mike.
Here's an alien. See, I don't dust devils. Little Martian Man. Seymour, demagogue of planet Kronos. This is sad yellow alien. Because, you know, all aliens aren't green. I mean, the aliens from Pluto are blue. I've got some Neptunians that I drew, too. Some people from Neptune that are blue. So if you're from Neptune or Pluto, I draw you as blue. There's a guy, untitled. He almost looks like he's a Star Trek guy, you know, like, Captain, the Van Darkians are firing upon us. Alien. Who's the alien, though? You know, can you tell? When I was a kid, I used to pretend I was the king of Pluto, you know. But I admit to you guys, this is the first time I've ever said it, alright, to anybody. I'm not really from Pluto. This is silver watercolor. It's an abstract, untitled. I think it did have a title, but I never wrote it on the back of it, you know. I never wrote the title. You know? That was dumb. Because it would... I know there's a meaning. There's some sort of meaning to this painting, but everyone comes up with their own meaning anyway, you know? I mean, some people don't want an artist to explain it, or they don't want to read the titles, and that's fine. This is called Waiting for the Cigarette to Burn. For all you smokers out there. I quit smoking, but I was smoking at the time that I painted this. Waiting for the cigarette to burn. And Philip Morris, if you guys want to buy this, for you I got a special price of only $20 million. Here's some dolphins. I did this in, I think I did these in San Diego. I did a few of them in San Diego anyway. That's Earl, the yellow dolphin. And this is Pearl. No, this is... Oh, we'll show Pearl next. Yeah, there's Pearl, Earl's wife. And then here's their kid. Durl. Here's a Mona Aardvark. I was messing around with a medium, you know. Mona Aardvark. I tried to give her an enigmatic smile, you know. I read a poem once that goes, here, well, this is a African Picasso. But the poem goes, The Man Who, that's the title, you know. The Man Who, he wasn't announced, the clouds in the fields bounced.